Hi YouTube, it is Queen Pam Elon QP, and I am just returned yesterday from my annual girls trip to Gatlinburg. We are all a group of master crafters, and we hole up in a condo for 3 or 4 days, Saturday to Wednesday. We leave out Wednesday morning. And we just craft and laughed and ate food and drank a little wine and told stories. I live in Kentucky. There are three who live in Georgia and two from Cincinnati. And I ride down with the two from Cincinnati and we just get caught up on each other's lives. But I'm going to show you the cards we made. This was one of the classes that I taught, and it was fun with embossing folders. And you can see here, I think I'm going to switch to my other camera. One moment. Yep, so I don't have to hold the cards up real high. And it was fun with embossing folders. And there was a die cut, and we embossed, used an embossing folder on it. And this was my actual sample. The other was the one that I used in the class. And then we made little dots with Nuvo drops and an embossing stylus, pretty much like Wendy Vecchi does. So that's what I taught. One of the things that I taught. And then one of the other ladies taught us this card, rest up and get well. And there is a box of tissues inside the card. You'll see this paper when I get to the haul portion of the video. And I believe this was Diana's card. Hi, Diana. And this one was taught to us by Bonnie. And it was just a roll and tear technique. P.S. I love you. Nothing on the inside. She had a couple of versions. One where the paper was on the outside, one where the paper was on the inside. And the wording's on the outside. So that was mine. Thanks, Bonnie. This one was Andrea. Hi, Andrea. I just absolutely love this card. The dies, I don't know the name of the die. I apologize for that. And I made a second version. And get them both all in the camera. I love it. Lots of layers on that. I also taught them how to make these little dots where you make them ahead of time on a sheet protector. And they came in handy. Let's see. We are also coming up on 10 years of doing this pretty soon, and this will be a memory book. So you took note cards, the kind that come in the box from Michael's. I chose to make my own note cards because I wanted them thinner. Not thinner, I wanted them plain so I could decorate them myself. So we were also given a package of pictures and a package of our themes. We do have themes that come up just basically because we were talking. And so that one was also Andrea, and I think with the help of her sister Diana. And then this one was Bonnie, and we used a dauber and we created the circles and we cut it out and made it into a card. This one was also me, and if you notice, the inside of the glass is the vase. So it was a twofer. And this is a shaker inside of a shaker because The glass is also a shaker. And I can tell you that it came from Picket Fence Studios. It was one of their kits. And then this is one of their topper dies. So that, didn't put anything on the inside of it yet. This was my actual sample. Then Rena showed us how to make the card caddy from Eileen Hull. And this is beautiful graphic 45 paper. I don't know the line, but I chose to cut out little side things. I used some paper tray, ink, ribbon, and all of this was from the paper. Focused. Focus now. Okay. That was mine, and it was so lovely because your cards fit right down in there. Some more cards. This was from Fun with Embossing. Once we got going, I didn't even get a chance to make those into cards. This was one of the samples. So you could see we spent a lot of time with Fun with Embossing. We used, the the medium that comes in the glass jar with the dauber on the top that you have to snap off. So I'm going to find that. I did find it. We used these metallic gilding polishes by Cosmic Shimmer. I did. There were other options, but I think mostly mine are from this brand, and we had a bunch of colors. Okay. More fun with embossing. Using the embossing folder to get the words and whatnot, the other stamps into the background. You can't read it because when you use text, it's not the right direction, but it's really just for texture. And then Rena taught us this card. Very, very shiny. There we go, where it's not quite blinding. You can read the word grateful. We used a lot of those Tim Holtz mica mists and distress colors to make our leaves, and that's his leaf. And Rena taught us this card with the Spellbinders Be Bold Blooms. Believe there's going to be, yep, there is another card. So this one opens up, and you can put your message either in the center or on the side back panels. Use this one. Fell in love. You saw this embossing folder on some other projects. It is Hessian by, I'm not going to remember. Yep, I'm not. I know she's out of the UK. So that's that. And use some more of the dots we made. More fun with embossing. Fun with embossing. Fun with embossing. And this one, the embossed part was going to be thrown away by someone who I shall not name Rena. But I rescued it and made it into a card. There are some things you can save and some things you cannot. This one was also taught by Rena. And this beautiful paper is $49 in market. And some butterflies that we made last year. And then Diana taught us this card. Diana was on the ball. She had written instructions with the measurements and the whole 9 yards. And this piece is actually metal. The tools are not metal, but the background is actually a piece of metal that we ran through an embossing folder. I went over the top of it with black stays on after rubbing some of that cosmic shimmer colors into the background. So it started out as a silver piece of metal. This one is not metal at all. It was mirror paper. And I didn't rub anything over the back of it in the background, just the black stays on over the top. And don't have any sentiments on the inside. So give me a moment and we will go to the haul portion. Okay, so the case that I was pulling all of my cards that I made out of came from 49 and Market, but we bought it at the Super Scrapbook store in Sevierville because it's down the street from where we were staying. And I think I should have bought more than one. All right, so we stop at Joann's because it's down the street from where we stay in Sevierville, and I got the Distress Grit Paste and Crip. I got both sets of the Halloween release of mica stains, but I can't for the life of me right now find the other one. Also, since it was 30% off, got both sets of the Distress crayons in the Halloween release. On the way riding down, we stopped in Knoxville at Scrapping in the City, and I bought this Mente paper, Joy of Life. I used a piece in one of the projects that you saw. It's beautiful. I bought a mono sand. I can never find it when I need it. I need to give it a designated spot. Then I bought this Alina repositionable fabric tape. And online, I would not have bought this because of the price. But once I was able to touch it in the store and feel it and know that it is a rich fabric, all of them are. And I did use it in the back of one of the projects, although you can't really tell that it is because I went over it with and distressed it. And it lost too much of its design, but still, when you touch the card, you'll know it's fabric. It comes with a cutter in the box, which I'm sure is why the price is a little higher. And once I felt it and knew that I loved it, I bought the other one that they had in the store. They had another one that was all black tapes in these sizes. Maybe there was another size as well. And I've since ordered that online now that I know how rich this is. So this one is, I'm going to call it Vicken. Don't know. It's beautiful. This one is not fabric, but still comes with the little cutter, and it is Vintage Artistry Serenity. And it is not fabric, but it is still beautiful. Washi tape. Then I left my glue at home. So in the Super Scrapbook store, I bought some Barely Art glue because I know that it's good and I know it came with everything I needed. Some pixie tape from the Super Scrapbook store. I think this was Scrapping in the City. And this one is called Fall Patches. And this one is called Holiday Greenery Stencil, and they're made by Echo Park. 6x6. Got some of their tape, Scrappy Tack tape, City Chicks. I'm sure it's just good double-sided tape. We also got this from Scrapping in the City. Tim Holtz leafy twigs die. I think that's it for scrapping in the city. Not so, not so, not so. Scrapping in the city. Nope. Scrapbook Superstore. Tailored expressions. This is scrapping in the city. 6 sheets. Spectrum sherbet strawberry lemonade rub-ons. And also the paper. Did use some of the paper for the cards. I think one or two sheets. And then we also went to Hobby Lobby. And this is S41168. Bunch of words. I see note, I see wish, you, just, best, love, thank. Good deal for $5.49 at the Hobby Lobby. And this one, layering strawberries, color layering strawberries from Hero Arts. And at the Super Scrapbook Store, got this one. It is bold text number 1. And then at Joann's, it pays to be patient because this one wouldn't ring up. And she went and she checked and she did something else and got a gun and shot it. And it is a throwaway. So as a throwaway and not being in the system, she couldn't ring it up because it was supposed to be thrown away. So she gave it to me. Yeah, I was prepared to pay the $19.99. Awesome. And then this one from the Scrapbook Superstore. Happy anniversary. 20% off. $6.99, which was already a good price. And then this magazine was from Joann's, and I did pay for it. Simple Cards and Crafts. Comes with a Stampendous stamp and matching die. And then also 17-piece layering stamp set. Back to the Superstore, Scrapbook Superstore. Got these 2 Gina K's. This one is Scripty Love. And this one is Scripty Encouragement Mini. Thought $10.99 was a good price. And that, besides food, was the haul from the Gatlinburg trip. I encourage you to do something relaxing for yourself. And as always, I leave you in the hands of the Creator. Be blessed.